Hello, friends. I'm meteorologist Zach Shields in the Fox 7 Weather Center. Thanks for clicking on the Fox 7 Austin YouTube channel to check out the latest on the changing weather pattern. Yes, the storms are coming to Central Texas. All the pieces to that rain puzzle are slowly coming together. We've been talking about this setup all week long, and it's going to finally happen later on today. You can see the storms bubbling up along that front in West Texas and also in the upper levels. Can you see this counterclockwise flow? That's low pressure system number one. That's going to help force those storms closer to us. And by the way, around the hills of this low, we have another one that will impact us starting in the second half of the weekend. But let's focus on this first low first. As it moves across due east of that low, you're going to have plenty of lift in the atmosphere. That is one key ingredient for rain and thunderstorms. Plus, we have plenty of fuel. Most of those storms are going to line up along that front, and then as that low pressure system moves across, it will allow that complex of storms to survive long enough to race on by. Let's time it out for you. The first spot for the storms will be out across the hill country, let's say between 3 and 5, and then racing across the I-35 corridor between 5 and 7. It's not going to be a fun afternoon commute. And then some of these storms at a weaker state will enter our eastern counties by mid-evening. By 8, 9 o'clock, most of the rain is going to wrap up, but we may get another round briefly tomorrow morning as the front clears the entire area. Today, you see the dark shade of green. That is a marginal risk. That's a level 1 out of 5 severe weather risk. Still not very concerned about large tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds. Yes, we'll have some brief gusty winds, 30 to 45 miles per hour. That's not going to do much. And also lots of lightning, of course, and high rainfall rates. We haven't seen a ton of rain lately. Right now, though, the ground is like a rock. It is very, very dry. So if we get rainfall rates of 2, 3, 4 inches per hour, the ground is not going to have a chance to soak it all up quick enough. So we're going to have some runoff that goes into low-lying areas and could lead to some localized flooding. That's why we're under a level 2 out of 4 flash flood risk from Austin, the hill country, a level 3 just west of the hill country. The storms out that way this morning are training. The storms are refiring along the same areas and going over the same areas like train cars on a track. And totals out there have gotten up to 3, 4, 5 inches already. I don't think we'll see as much around here. Now, we will get some beneficial rain, but not 3 to 5 inch totals, because by the time that line of storms comes across our neighborhoods, it won't be stalling out. It's going to race through the area. We could still see 1 to 2 inches of rain in some spots from Austin to the north and west. We're still under flash flood watch from now all the way until 6 a.m. on Friday. All the counties highlighted in green from Austin back into the hill country. Notice our eastern counties are not under that flash flood watch, and we've had flash flood warnings nonstop just west of the hill country. So a flash flood watch means watch out. Conditions are favorable for flooding. When you hear flash flood warning, that means flooding is happening in those locations. And we're going to go with a moderate risk of street flooding, flooded low water crossings, and ponding on the roadways. We'll have a lower risk of life-threatening flash flooding and river flooding. However, some of that heavy rain that's happening west of the hill country, it's starting to flow into the San Saba River, the Llano River. So the rivers will go up a little bit out there in the hill country, and some of that water will flow into our Highland Lake. So here in the next week or two, the lake levels could go up a little more. Then we're tracking another storm system. It's going to follow the same path as this one coming through today. The next one will get here Sunday and Monday time frame. You add up those two storm systems, when it's all said and done, according to the National Weather Service, a lot of us will get 2 to 3 inches of rain. So if you don't get a whole lot today and tonight, don't worry, we have another opportunity later down the road. And as you know, the drought is worsening here in Central Texas. We have a moderate drought in the hill country, severe to extreme drought from Austin southward. I think by next week, this drought monitor is going to look a lot better. Will the drought completely go away? Probably not. But the November warmth will slowly disappear, and it's going to feel a lot better around here. This is not a very strong cold front. Yes, it's a rain igniter, but it's only going to filter in slightly cooler air. We're looking at highs in the mid to upper 70s, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, morning lows in the 60s. That is still above average. Average high is 70, average low is 49. There are signs that will get there as we approach Thanksgiving and beyond, going into the start of December. Long-range forecast models are suggesting that we have a strong cold front coming to town during that time frame. But what we're worried about today, the rain and storm threat ramping up. So make sure you download our free Fox 7 WAP to get the latest hour-by-hour forecast, have access to the interactive radar. It's pretty cool. You can zoom in to street level, has lightning data on it. And if there's bad, severe weather, you'll get alerted on your smartphone because of that free app. Stay connected on social media. If you have any other weather questions, feel free to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and X, Zach Shields on Fox 7. Thanks for watching us on Fox 7 Austin's YouTube channel for the latest weather forecast. Get ready to see some rain and storms.